Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Great to have you here. A war between the United States and China would be one of the most catastrophic conflicts in modern history, with far-reaching consequences for global security, economies, and geopolitical stability. Both nations are among the world's most powerful military and economic forces, meaning any direct confrontation would likely involve significant destruction and severe global repercussions. Below is a detailed summary of what such a conflict might entail. 1. Causes and possible triggers. The tensions between the U.S. and China have been building over multiple issues, including Taiwan. The U.S. supports Taiwan, while China sees it as a breakaway province that must be reunified. A Chinese invasion of Taiwan could be a major trigger for war. South China Sea disputes. China claims vast areas of the South China Sea, leading to conflicts with U.S. allies like the Philippines and Vietnam. U.S. freedom of navigation operations could escalate tensions. Trade and technology wars. Economic competition, particularly in semiconductors, artificial intelligence, and rare earth minerals, has fueled rivalry between the two nations. Cyber warfare and espionage. Both nations have accused each other of cyber attacks and espionage, which could escalate into more direct confrontations. Alliances and military buildup. The U.S. has strengthened military ties with Japan, South Korea, Australia, and India, countering China's expansion in the Indo-Pacific region. 2. Initial stages of conflict. If war breaks out, the conflict could start in several ways. Chinese invasion of Taiwan. A full-scale military assault on Taiwan could lead the U.S. to intervene. Naval battle in the South China Sea. Clashes between U.S. and Chinese warships or aircraft could escalate. Cyber warfare and space attacks. Both nations would likely target each other's satellites, financial institutions, and military networks. Proxy conflicts. Instead of direct warfare, the U.S. and China might engage in smaller conflicts through allies, similar to the Cold War. 3. Military engagements and escalation. Both nations have advanced militaries, but their strategies differ. China's strengths: largest navy in the world in terms of ship count, hypersonic missile technology capable of targeting U.S. aircraft carriers, strong land-based missile defenses in the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait, a large and technologically advanced army. U.S. strengths: the most powerful air force and global military presence, advanced aircraft carriers, nuclear submarines, and stealth bombers, superior global intelligence and reconnaissance capabilities, strong alliances with NATO, Japan, South Korea, Australia, and India. If the war escalates, it could involve large-scale missile strikes, naval blockades, and air combat over the Pacific. Both nations might also use cyber attacks to disrupt critical infrastructure, leading to economic turmoil worldwide. 4. Nuclear and global risks. The most dangerous possibility is the escalation to nuclear warfare. Both the U.S. and China possess nuclear weapons, though China has a smaller arsenal. A conventional war could spiral out of control, leading to limited nuclear strikes. Tactical nuclear weapons could be used against military targets. Full-scale nuclear war. This would be devastating, potentially ending human civilization as we know it. 5. Economic consequences. A war between the U.S. and China would severely impact the global economy. Stock market crashes. Investors would panic, causing markets to collapse. Supply chain disruptions. China is the world's largest manufacturer, and war would halt exports, leading to shortages of essential goods. Energy crisis. Oil prices would skyrocket, affecting global economies. Food and humanitarian crises. Millions could face food shortages due to trade disruptions. 6. Global political fallout. NATO and U.S. allies. The U.S. would likely receive support from NATO, Japan, South Korea, and Australia. China's allies. While China lacks a formal alliance like NATO, it could receive indirect support from Russia, North Korea, Iran, and Pakistan. Global unrest. Protests, civil unrest, and political instability could spread worldwide. 7. Endgame and possible outcomes. There are a few possible endings to such a war. 1. Negotiated peace. After severe losses, both sides may seek diplomatic solutions. 2. Prolonged conflict. The war could drag on for years, similar to World War II. 3. Collapse of one side. If one nation suffers overwhelming losses, it could lead to regime change or political instability. For World War III, If nuclear weapons are used, global annihilation could occur. Conclusion: a U.S. China war would be devastating for both countries and the world. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.